Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a DCUniverseOnline video with Chris Dash. I got something special for you here today. I was able to queue up randomly with a character, and he was Superman, and I was like, this is going to be great because this is going to be a Justice League feel for this character, Wonder Woman. And to get through this mission would be a great asset or a great accomplishment to get done with. We end up finding out the game was starting to act up a little bit more differently. You know, glitches are coming and happening throughout the game. They're starting to be notified about these glitches and all these things taking place in their game. They're trying to minimize it as much as possible with these updates, but nothing is getting solved in the end of it because it's still coming back. It has a bug issue. What you are supposed to do is to rally, go back to the beginning, and wait for a couple seconds and then join back into the fight, right? But necessarily in the scenario type of doing that, we had to do it all over again, talk to Martian Manhunter. So Superman ended up leaving, so I guess he thought I could do the mission by myself. So I tried to do it by myself, and this is what makes this video so special. This is a Precision Earth POV video, and this is precision. This loadout got me through A to Z all the way in a recently good timing. For the most part, like, share, subscribe this video, watch the video all the way to the end, and this is a duo turned into a solo just like that. And for the most part, I could have got somebody to come in here by just opening the situation, but it didn't open up until later on. And I know it gives you, like, when you're a person in here, it gives you like 30 seconds to choose somebody. I'm looking, I can't find nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just looking around, just like trying to figure out what's going on right now. I'm like, how do I invite anybody? You know what I mean? And surprisingly, the people that I play with back then, they don't play the game right now. So it's starting to have to feel like a new unit or a new group doing this scenario type. But for the most part, I actually felt like I was strong enough to do this, and I don't have no elite gear on. The OP item I have is, I think it's the chest piece from Dakota City, and then the back piece from Curse Gotham. So, and I just got regular pieces of gear on with purple. I got a couple artifacts 200. I think I may have 3 200, but this character obviously could do this like a solo. It was impressive because this is actually just a duo, but it is the regular duo. So I'm not saying it's nothing too hard, but I know that it's going to be very challenging, especially filtering in your soda, your supply drop, and having those things rotated properly so you can continuously get back energy and stuff like that. And I'm not really getting much health back because I'm not expected to go and get back health. I'm more expect to DPS and making those adjustments throughout the fight. Obviously, technique is rolling out, and make sure that you stay out of those areas. I have a generator that helps me get back supercharged energy, so it could get me some more supercharge as much as possible. So remember, anybody can do this, but I have not seen anybody actually do it. So for the most part, enjoy the video all the way to the end, and I would be greatly appreciated if you hit me up with a thumbs up and you come back and watch another video. I got a couple more style videos coming up today. I want to drop at least 2 or 3 of them today, hopefully, maybe. And if I do, then just check them out and see what you guys like. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this Brainiac series of all these events taking place throughout the duo, alert, and 2 raids. This is actually alert, what is it called, Area 51, Return of Brainiac. So this is the duo. I appreciate you guys spending time with you guys. I am streaming on Twitch for many hours. Go and check me out on there, Chris-1, and I will be there most likely streaming on Twitch because I felt like Twitch was hitting those goals. I start to hit where I can actually start making, you know, currencies and stuff like that. So I was able to be partnered and all that great stuff. So I'm gonna utilize it and see how far I can get with it. But for the most part, for a couple weeks, I've been holding it down with like the most hours and trying to do it. You know, I mean, I'm not the only one who's obtaining it, but I've been spending like 11 hours, 10 hours here, almost 12 hours, 24 hours, 3 days. It just doesn't really matter. Internet's one of the best things to have, and if you don't have it, you can't possibly pull anything that I'm talking about. But for the most part, let's get right. This mission is pretty, cordial. I mean, this rotation is really good. I'm using brawling with martial arts and with super speed, and we all know that Wonder Woman is very fast as a bullet, and that would require you to have super speed realistically. So I kind of just use that same method to get that personality trait into that situation. So yeah, Brainiac, I got some more stuff for you in the near future, man. We going popping some impossible. Just the other day, I just want to let you guys know, I did this mission in 4 to 5 minutes with 2 DPS in Elite. But I could be mistaken wrong. It could have been Elite or normal, but I did this in 5 minutes, me and this other individual DPSing, and I guarantee you it was a blur. Batman has the #1 time frame on this game when it comes down to Area 51. 4 to 5 minutes. That's incredibly crazy. Incredibly crazy. But the composure of this character was very, very solid. I cannot tell you this girl is definitely a fighter. She doesn't give up, and she is definitely cordially getting better every single day, keeping the opponents discombobulated on what she's going to do next. So I'm greatly appreciating all of what's taking place, all of the time I put into this Earth power, thinking about making it precision. I've seen some really decent loadouts when it comes down to might, but I felt like precision would hit so much more better, especially with understanding the power in general. So I think that ultimately when I actually created this build, it seems very similar to what the precision builds usually are. But again, take it how you want it. This loadout is definitely a perfection to be perfected, and powers are they just need to be perfected all the time as much as possible to get the best out of your loadout. You don't want to waste a click of a button or a space of a button that you can actually possibly get more out of it. So that is scenario type 1, and then scenario type 2 is to make sure that it performs. You're seeing the numbers, you're seeing the deceleration of HP on enemy's life, and you're just trying to hit those goals all the time, over and over and over. And when you get consistency, you get to see exactly how you can hit a situation. So again, me being in this and doing it by myself and hitting every boss for what it's worth, I can obtain to tell you that as long as you have this much damage, you guaranteed will be top DPS or #1 on the boards. Because remember, there's only 2 options. You could get a little bit higher and peak up, but you cannot peak down, because what happens is when an HP has a certain life and you deplete it, you gain all of the 100% of depleting the character's life, right? So this whole video is to show you exactly how much did it actually take to get to that level, right? So let's get right to it. Last boss, Bizarro, and we're only getting him 50%, and 50% is just basically half of his life, and we are going to obtain to doing that because we're going to be on his side. The best way to do it is obviously to go to the area where the barrels are fitted, so he can basically get them way much more quicker. That was my kind of approach towards the scenario type, and just like how I wanted it, I wanted to be close to it. I wanted him to lunge me. I wanted him to be actively ready to come towards where I'm going to be. I wanted him to just be close as possible, because if I could get him that close, he's just going to be that much more better when it comes down to pulling him and grabbing him in an area where I'm not a tank right now, to just be as smart as possible so he can just basically flush right in there, So I just wanted to flush right in there. And then I just popped everything. I was not being ill-advised. I know I'm by myself, so I can't get 2 barrels at the same time. especially when ads are coming from northeast, southwest, above me and below me. So I can't really stop anything from happening as like trying to get more barrels than possible. The best thing is to do is play line of defense and cover him while the barrels keep on procting and hitting him as much as possible, as much as they are being popped up. So it's a quicker frame. I didn't want to go to the next side because I felt like if these ads would use a special move or a special ability, I know certain one of them, they will push Bizarro out of the flushed area where I want him to be, stopping him from actually getting the barrel and maybe getting that feed that would require me to do it in 50 seconds. So yeah, you know, just multiplying the understanding of what we're gonna do and how I can get these little feats for myself and for the intelligence of doing this mission properly. That is why I possibly am showing you why this is the most smartest way to doing this. If you are looking for the clones, you rather have him in the middle where he goes through the cinematic video like this at the beginning when you first get there. Just keep him in the middle and then wait for all those clones to pop up so you can knock out at least 2 of them. There's only 2 that pop up every single time, only 2. And this is just an IQ talk, informational speaking, you know what I mean, just trying to get you guys on the right page. And we did this by ourselves. It was a regular mission, but it was on normal, but still at the same time you got to take in how like a couple of people came and left, you know what I mean? So you seen what I'm talking about. And that was it. That was the last one that we had to obtain and get, pretty much. I hope you guys enjoy everything I am showing you. Wonder Woman, an amazing character. Come check her out on Twitch. She is streaming all the time, and definitely there's gonna be more of her. See you guys later. Peace.